Dear students, welcome to the lecture series of Digital Electronics. As we already discussed the clocked RS flip-flop, as well as if there is no clock, it is called as a latch, which is asynchronous component, then D flip-flop and JK flip-flop. In JK flip-flop, we found that if J equal to K equal to 0, no change, and if J equal to K equal to 1, it is toggled or complement. This concept will be useful. Okay, so the T flip flop is a single input version of JK flip flop as shown in this figure. But whatever J is directly connected and K is also, so J equal to K equal to one input, it is called as a T input. Okay, so only two conditions occur. The circuit similarly like as a JK flip flop, and here both the inputs are tied together. So T comes from the ability of the flip flop is called as a toggle or change state. So remember that thing, the circuit truth table is there like that. When T equal to 0, T equal to 0, so J equal to and K equal to 0. So Qt plus 1 equal to Qt. In 0 1 condition, the J equal to K equal to 1, and at that time it will become toggle. So change from 0 to 1 or complement. 1 0. Again it is 0, so no change, it is remains same because the J equal to K equal to 0. And when both are 1 1, again it will become toggle. Here the both are 1 1. So 1 1, and it will become toggle from 1 to 0. Okay, because the T equal to 1, so J and K equal to 1. So it is also sometimes it is called as a toggle flip flop. And the equation is TQ dash plus T dash Q. It is looking like an exclusive OR of T and Q is that. And the symbol is that there is only one input T, toggled input Q and Q dash. So whenever the T equal to 1, the Q T plus 1 is equal to Q, and we can say that is a square pulse is generated. Okay, Q T if J equal to K equal to 1. But if both are 0, then Q remain stable. Okay. So the flip-flop introduction in this sections are most commonly types of availability commercially, and the analysis and design procedure development. We will discuss the also in the next lecture that applicable for any clock or flip-flop in its characteristic is defined. So I hope is it make is that the trace flip-flop. Normally trace flip-flop is widely used in the counter circuit, like is a Bisider counter, as well as in the register. D flip-flops are useful. Sometimes it may be asked that the widely used the T flip-flop. So T flip-flop is very useful as a in counter circuit, or in the circuit where the QT plus 1 is QT or QT plus 1, which will become depend on the single input outside. So at that time the T flip-flop is useful. While the D flip-flop is simply to store the 1 bit information, the D flip-flop is widely used. This is the main difference between the D flip-flop and T flip-flop. Here in this uh, flip-flop, the limitation is that the width of the clock pulse is must be less than the propagation delay, or it must be age trigger D flip-flop. Okay, which we discuss the different type of clock pulse applicable for any circuit. So I hope is it making sense? What is the meaning of T flip-flop? How it can be toggle the outputs depend on TT. If T is 0, the output remains same. If T is equal to 1, the output is Q dash. T equal to 1, the output is Q dash. T equal to 0, the output is Q. So output is remain same or output will become toggle. It depends on the T flip flop. So I hope is it making sense and have a good day.